Hey brother, how's it going? So in this video, I'm going to explain how you can increase muscle without making your butt get any bigger. Now, if you're watching this, chances are that you are skinny with a fat butt. So you're skinny and your butt is poking out a little bit and you're not having the balance that you want. So a lot of advice I give if you're in this situation is to focus on balancing your physique. So that means growing the other parts of your body. So that's growing your chest, your shoulders, your back. And I would also suggest growing your legs as well so your butt doesn't poke out so much. So focus on your hamstrings, for example. So I've seen a lot of comments. People are unsure of how to do this. Their biggest fear is making their butt even bigger. And they're concerned that this might happen if they try and make other body parts bigger, which is totally normal. And it's reasonable to think this way, but there is a solution. This is something that you don't need to worry about. You can make the changes in the places that you want without worrying about your butt getting bigger. So the first thing you want to focus on is making sure that when you are focusing on building muscle, you don't eat too many calories. So basically calories is an energy source. So basically anything you eat contains calories. And if you eat too much calories, then you're more likely to gain body fat. And when you gain body fat, this is what's going to more likely make your butt bigger than gaining muscle in that area. Because if you are experiencing or if you suffer from something called steatopedia, or if this is something that you have, your body is more likely to store any excess fat in your butt area. So if you're in that position where you have wide hips and a big butt, then the last thing you want is to consume too many calories, especially from processed foods, things like sugar, biscuits, cakes, fizzy drinks. These will have a lot of calories and very little nutrients, and this will do nothing but make your butt bigger. Now, it is important for you to be on a calorie surplus. You do want to have a bit more calories to help you to build the muscle, to help you to repair the muscle as well after you work out, but you don't want to have too much. So the way I would suggest you to monitor how many calories you're having is to simply weigh yourself regularly. I would actually weigh every morning. First thing in the morning, use the bathroom, weigh yourself, and make sure that that weight is going up very incrementally. So I wouldn't aim for more than half a kilo, maximum a kilo a month. I mean, even that might be too much. I wouldn't aim for too much more than half a kilo a month. Make sure you're bulking slowly and steadily and eating nutritious foods in the process. That will make sure that you are more likely to be building muscle. Your weight gain is due to building muscle, not a mix of muscle with fat and water and things like that, which is going to make you look worse, make your butt look worse as well. And this is a mistake I made when I first joined the gym. I was eating. I was drinking lots of mass gainers, protein shakes. So these protein shakes have a lot of calories, a lot of carbs. And even though I didn't really train legs much, my butt did get bigger. My upper body got bigger, but my butt did actually get even bigger than it was before. So I didn't do it the right way. But I managed to maintain a lot of that muscle to the point where when I did lean down, I maintained a lot of the muscle and the butt fat did go down a lot. But that's something to be aware of because I have made this mistake before. So the foods you are using to bulk up is going to be essential. So as I touched on, you want to avoid processed foods. You want to go for clean, lean foods. So when we're talking about carbs, for example, oats are a great source. You've got rice, you've got sweet potato, you've got quinoa. These are great sources, and you can literally have a whole diet based around those carb groups or those carb sources. So for example, I would avoid things like bread, I'd avoid pasta. When you're going for rice, I would actually avoid white rice and go for something like long grain rice or basmati rice. Because basically when you're going for carb sources that convert to sugar quickly, once they're digested, this is what is going to cause you to store these as fat more than use up as energy. So there's a whole science behind it, but basically you want to go for foods that give you energy slowly throughout the day versus giving you a huge spike. So for example, if you just have a tablespoon of sugar, you're going to have a huge spike of energy. But if you have too much, your body's just going to store all of that as fat. So you want to go for something steady. Same with proteins as well. You want to go for clean, lean sources of protein. So you want to avoid things like, for example, getting your proteins from like fried foods. So you want to go for something like roasted chicken versus fried chicken, for example, because the whole act of frying means that you're adding fats, which have a lot of energy as well, which is going to lead to you to store more of this as fat. So you want to go for, lean meats, fish, chicken, turkey, salmon. These will make a big difference in terms of the quality of muscle that you're building as well and the quality of weight that you're adding to your body. So avoid the fast foods. It can be easy to go for a Chinese takeaway or Indian takeaway with a lot of protein, but the way they process the foods or the way they prepare the foods is not going to be best in terms of if you want to build the muscle without adding the butt fat, basically. If you're not worried about making your butt bigger, then by all means, eat whatever you want and you will build the muscle if it has enough protein. But if you want to bulk up in a way that you stay lean and you stay ripped with low body fat, then make sure you're eating as clean as possible. So obviously, you need to be training. You want to be training, you want a full body training split. So I'm a big fan of the bodybuilding training split. So let's say you plan to go to the gym for 4 days. Day 1 will be chest, day 2 legs, day 3 shoulders, day 4 back. And this is a routine that I followed for months and months and even years. If you don't have enough time or if you can't commit to 4 days, you can do a 3-day program. So that would be a push. Day 1 would be push, day 2 would be pull, day 3 would be legs. And if you have 6 days to train, you could even double that. So you're training everything twice. Now, if you don't want to do legs, then you don't have to. I'm not going to force you to do legs, but I do think it'll make a big difference. I wouldn't worry that doing squats and lunges and hip thrusts with the right diet is going to make your glutes that much bigger. I wouldn't worry too much about that. I would actually recommend you do it because you don't want to be in a situation where you just focus on your upper body and then when you do get a bigger upper body, now it makes your legs look out of proportion. That is another mistake I made. So I would train your whole body on a weekly basis. I wouldn't miss any body parts as well. But if you want, you can make it a top heavy workout. So maybe you train your upper body twice a week and then your legs once a week. I would probably think that as a better option than just ignoring it totally. So yeah, this is what I advise. So the main thing is just to focus on nutrition. Once your nutrition is nice and tight, you won't have to worry so much about your butt getting bigger. And as long as you're having enough protein, so if you aim for at least a gram, or if you aim for a gram of protein per pound of body weight, I think that's a great place to start. You might not actually need as much as that. You might need a little bit less, but anything that your body doesn't use up is gonna just, it's gonna go away in your waste and your urine. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. But yeah, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, clean foods, and you're gonna have the best chance of building the best quality muscle without making your butt bigger. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe as well. Let me know how your progress is going in the comments. If you want help in implementing these steps, download my free book, The Alpha Male Body Blueprint, and also download How to Lose Butt Fat Fast. The links are in the description. It's completely free. Just drop your email and I'll send that to you. And thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.